Welcome back all of you to our online platform, that is our school's YouTube channel. So again we are ready with today's video. This video is for class 9th and the subject is science, and we are continuing the same chapter that we have started, that is chapter number 10, and the name of the chapter is gravitation. What is gravitation? We have already discussed. The gravitation is means the force with which every object in the universe attract the other objects. At the same time we have discussed the universal law of gravitation, which states that if two objects are there of masses m1 and m2, and if the distance between their centers is r, then the force between these two objects will be directly proportional to the product of their masses, at the same time inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. So we get the equation like that: F is directly proportional to m1 m2 upon r square. So we are supposed to convert that into equals to sign. So we will supply the constant from our side, and that constant is capital G. So F is equals to capital G m1 m2 upon r square, where G is known as the universal gravitational constant, and the value of the G is 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11, and the units are Newton meter square per kilogram square. This we have discussed in the previous video. At the same time we have also discussed that the free fall. What is free fall? Free fall is the state in which the object is moving under the influence of Earth's gravitational field only. If we are holding one ball and we release that, then the ball will now moving downwards. Why it is moving downwards? It is not going upside, it is moving downwards due to the force of gravitation of the earth on every object, because the earth attracts each and every object towards its center. So it is moving downwards under the influence of earth's gravitational force. That's why we can say then in case we are dropping any ball, then the ball is under free fall. So these are some of the things we have discussed. At the same time we have formulated that F is equals to G m1 m2 upon r square, where F is the force. So the example is there. The example is example 10.1 on page number 134. In this example, first of all we should read this. The mass of the earth is 6 into 10 raised to power 24 kilogram, and that of the moon is 7.4 into 10 raised to power 22 kilogram. If the distance between the earth and the moon is 3.84 into 10 raised to power 5 kilometers, calculate the force exerted by the earth on the moon. So the quantities are given. Now we are supposed to find the force between the moon and the earth. So here mass of the earth, example 10.1. so here mass of the earth is given, mass of the moon is given. I have taken me, means mass of the earth, means mass of the moon. So me is equals to mass of the earth is 6 into 10 raised to power 24 kilogram, and mass of the moon is 7.4 into 10 raised to power 22 kilogram. We should check what is given in the question. That is the same thing is given in the question, and the distance between the centers of earth and moon is 3.84 into 10 raised to power 5, and that is 3.84 into 10 raised to power 5 kilometers. Now we are supposed to find the force between them. So we are supposed to use the same formula, that is F is equals to G m1 m2 upon r square. The first thing is that all the measurements should be in SI units. So here mass is in kilogram, that is okay. Here again mass is in kilogram, here it is in kilometers. So we are supposed to convert that into meters. So in meters means 3.84 into 10 raised to power 5 into how many meters are there in 1 kilometer? 1000. So we can write that in the exponential form, means 10 raised to power 3, because in 1000 how many zeros are there? 3. Now we know the law of exponents also. If the bases are same, the powers will be added, means 3.84 into 10 raised to power 5 plus 3, that is 8 meters. Now we are supposed to substitute the values. So F is equals to G is 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 into mass of the earth, that is 6 into 10 raised to power 24, mass of the moon, that is 7.4 into 10 raised to power 22, whole divided by 3.84 into 10 raised to power 8 whole square. So we will repeat that, 3.84 into 10 raised to power 8. So how to solve? The main concern is that you can understand the formula, you can substitute the values, but how to solve this complicated calculations? So what we will do, we will segregate the exponential terms and the remaining terms. So that is 6.67 into 6 into 7.4 upon 3.84 into 3.84 into 10. Now the above terms will be written same, minus 11 plus 24 plus 22, and the downwards according to a law of exponents they will be negative, means minus 8 and minus 8. So here we are supposed to solve this part using the our mathematics, means how to cut or how to multiply or how to divide, and this part will be here we are supposed to solve by ourselves, and here that will be 10 raised to power, we have to add the like terms, minus 11 minus 8 minus 8 minus 8 minus 8 minus 16 minus 16 minus 11 means minus 27, and plus 24 plus 22, that is 46. So that can be written as 10, 46 minus 27, 16 minus 7, that is 9, and 3 minus 2, that is 1. So 10 raised to power 19 we will find in the answer. Here it is 10 raised to power 20. Why? Because we can settle the decimal here also. What value comes here, afterwards we can settle that answer. So like this we are supposed to proceed, calculations you are supposed to perform by yourself. So like this you can try the question. At the same time you should go through the examples which are given in the in between the chapter. Now on page number 134 itself the questions are given as in text questions. State the universal law of gravitation. We have already stated the universal law of gravitation, that is it states that if two objects are there which are having mass m1 and m2 and the distance between their centers is r, then the force between them will be directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. That is the statement, that is the answer of question number 1. Now question number 2, write the formula to find the magnitude of the gravitational force between the earth and an object on the surface of the earth. Okay, we will discuss that. Now we have to write the formula to find the magnitude of the gravitational force between the earth and the object on the surface of the earth. If the earth is like that and this be the center of the earth and any object is there on the surface of the earth, that is having mass small m and mass of the earth is capital M, and the distance between them will be the only the radius, because that object is on the surface of the earth. So that is radius of the earth. So the formula will be F is equals to G M into M upon R E square. Why? because capital M is the mass of the earth, small m is the mass of the object, and RE we are not supposed to consider that object because the object is on the surface of the earth, means the distance, means the radius of that object is negligible as compared to the radius of the earth. That's why we will use that formula only. Afterwards, I told you we have discussed regarding the free fall when the object is under free fall. So if the object is under free fall, means it is starting from the rest. If we are supposed to drop the ball and it will going towards the earth, means the acceleration is there. That the acceleration produced in any object when the object is under free fall is called as acceleration due to gravity, means acceleration due to gravitational force of the earth. What is the value of that? So that will be F is equals to G M upon R square, because if any object is means 10 meters above the earth, even the 10 meters is negligible as compared to the radius of the earth, which is round about the radius of the earth is 6.4 into 10 raised to power 6, like this only. So the radius of the earth, that is 6.4 into 10 raised to power 6 only, that is 6.4 into 10 raised to power 6 meters, and that is very large as compared to the height of any object, as we are seeing the object here. So that distance doesn't matter. So here we are taking only RE, means radius of the earth. Now M, capital M and small m. So the mass of the earth is 6 into 10 raised to power 24 kilogram, mass of the earth, 6 into 10 raised to power 24 kilogram. What does it mean? 24 10 raised to power 24 means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 kilograms. This much kilograms. 6 into 10 raised to power 24 kilograms means this much kilogram. So the mass of any object will be negligible as compared to the mass of the earth. So that's why we will not take that mass, because that is the quantity is very minute, negligible as compared to the mass of the earth. So now we are also having one more formula, that is F is equals to ma. In the previous chapter we have learned that force is equals to mass into acceleration. Here the object is moving under the influence of the earth's gravitational field only, so the acceleration produced will be called as G, acceleration due to gravity, that is mg. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. From 1 and 2 both are the values of F, so we can write mg, or here we can take m, mass of the object. So mg, and this side g m upon re square. So the small m cancel out, small m, even it is minute but that can be cancelled out easily. So the value of g will be g m upon re square. So we know the value of g. So small g will be equals to the capital G. Capital G is 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 into mass of the earth. Mass of the earth is 10 into 10 raised to power 24 divided by the radius of the earth square. Radius of the earth is 6.4 into 10 raised to power 6 meters square. And if we are supposed to calculate that, as I told you in the previous example how to calculate that, we are supposed to separate, we are supposed to segregate the terms, the decimal terms and the exponential terms, and we are supposed to solve the exponential terms separately. So after solving, g will be approximately equals to 9.8. 9.8, and 9.8, and what will be the units, because in the physics you are supposed to careful regarding the units. If you are not writing the units, then you will lose some of the marks. So g is acceleration due to gravity, means that is acceleration only. So what are the units of the acceleration? That is meter per second square. So the value of small g is 9.8 meter per second square, and the value of the capital G is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. So the question can be there, differentiate small g and capital G. So small g is the acceleration due to gravity, where capital G is the universal gravitational constant. Their units are also different. The units of small g is meter per second square. The units of capital G is Newton kilogram square per Newton meter square per kilogram square. At the same time, the value of capital G is constant, that cannot be changed, but the value of small g can change. How the value of small g can change, we will discuss in the next video. I hope that you have enjoyed the video and you have learned the facts which we have discussed here, and I hope that you will go through the chapter as well, and you will try to find out the more terms. If any term is skipped, then you are supposed to remind us by the message or by even calling us, or even if you are having any doubt, then you can call us or you can message us. We will help you to rectify your doubt, so that you should enjoy the chapters, so that when you enjoy the chapter, then you can learn easily, and that will be helpful for you. So today you are supposed to go through again the chapter, note the whole chapter, the chapter up till which we have discussed, and in the next video we will discuss how the value of small g can change. Thank you very much.